Welcome to another episode of Danielle DeVita. I am back with another video. Um, Hopefully you have been enjoying my videos both on the Philip Scott show and videos that I have here. So, in a lot of my videos, I talk about feminine mindset and in details on how to vet, how to be a feminine wife, feminine in general. So I'm going to get a little deep today, and I try to generally stay on surface level because everyone's situation is different. So I can't go as deep as I want. So today is pillow talk. Today, this is a talk for men and women. This is a talk about our community, a talk that needs to be said. And I speak so much about relationships in general, but I'm going to specifically talk about marriage and how marriage is, um, love doesn't make marriage work, basically. Just only respect doesn't make marriage work. Only being submissive doesn't make marriage work. Gender roles does not make marriage work. Just not cheating doesn't make marriage work. It takes character to make marriage work on both parts, because I'm hearing so much about men trying to push women to be submissive. Be submissive, be submissive, be submissive. Don't be combative. Don't do this, don't do that. Which I'm not saying that women should not be submissive, but we get to this thing that that's why a lot of women aren't liking that term, because it's something that is requested of women, but there's no reciprocity. There's nothing on it, is not holding men accountable on things that they need to do for this submissive wife. They always, when I say they, the men who feel this way, hone in on this, because being submissive, this is something biblical. So I'm assuming the men who are saying this are Christians, because it's coming from the Bible about how husbands, or women's wives, submit to your husbands. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loves the church, right? But we don't get to that part. It's always women do. Women need to do this. And there's nothing that's holding men accountable. So women, if you are not Christian, then turn this off. You don't need to hear this, because what I'm about to say, it won't matter because you're not Christian. Men, if you're not Christian, don't worry about listening to this. But today I'm going to have to get real. I try not to hone in and push this religious thing so much, but this needs to be said. I have to say it. I am told to say it. I'm going to follow the Holy Spirit with this. So it takes character for a marriage to work. And I speak about this all the time, about finding a man with good character, not just a man who's high earning, because, and he doesn't even have to be high earning. So your goal to look for a man who's high earning is flawed. He does not have to be a high earner. He just needs to be a man of good character, because a man of good character is going to make sure he provides for you. A man does not have to be a six-figure or more man to provide. He could make less than six-figure and still provide for his family. What a man needs is good character, and he needs to figure out who he's following, because in order to be a leader, the question is, whose values or traditions are you following to be the said leader that you are? If you are Christian, then the leadership you should be following is Christ. Who is your leader? If you're following some other religions, fine. But if you are the leader, you are the creator of what is moral, what is right as a man. What happens when you fall off the wagon? When you're not if you make up your own rules, then basically you're saying your wife or your girlfriend Your children are following by your rules, which means you can change your rules whenever you want. We need to get to the point that if we are saying, if we're going to throw in some Christianity, then we need to be following that religion. We can't just throw in everything that we want and then people are supposed to listen to us. Like, if you're going to follow, if you're not following Christianity, then don't try to pull things from Christianity. If you want respect, then that's fine. But do not try to throw in Christianity stuff and then you don't want to follow Christianity. And I'm not talking about this whole white Jesus thing like that. No. I'm talking about true Christianity. And he does not look like white Jesus. No, he doesn't. Because I'm so sick of hearing this, oh, you are following the man's, the man's religion, which it shows how flawed you are, because how is that this whole this white man's religion when this was dated back BC, dated during, and then all the locations within this Bible is not in European countries. It is in African, upper Eastern African nations and Middle East. You got Egypt, the Jordan River, Galilea. You have all of these areas, and all of this is in Middle East and Upper East Africa, off of the continent of Africa. So my Jesus looked like the people who came from there. So that's what I want to say with that. So what I'm trying to get at is, if this person is of good character and they embody the fruits of the Spirit, because if you're doing what Christ does, that means the fruit of the Spirit is gentleness, kindness, meekness, self-control. You're not going to be cheating, because a man's love for a woman, like, a man can still cheat even if he loves a woman. Our idea as women of having intercourse with a man is different than how a man view intercourse. We're emotional, so we get emotional ties from it, which is why when I said in the vetting video, refrain from that, or at least to a point where you know this person and who they are. Now, the other point of this is, if this person is following these fruits of the Spirit, gentleness, self-control, love, all of these things, this is what's guiding his life. These are the values in which he's living by, not his own rules. And you, as a wife, you pray that your husband follows those rules. You can't be worried about what he's doing and all of this and being insecure. You pray that he's following those guidelines. And all you can do is do your part. He's not going to use his power of leadership over you to make you feel weak, to belittle you, to make you feel less than, to break you down and not feel whole. Because as I mentioned, you need to be whole in yourself before you're with this person. So when you marry this person, you're two whole people coming together, not one person is carrying the other person and then later you break your back because you feel like you've been carrying this person. And this is what women get into. Oh, I don't feel like I need to carry a man or teach a man. No one's telling you to train and teach a man. He's not a dog. If you feel that you have to do that, then this is the man of character. Men of character don't need people breaking their back, trying to hold them down. No. Women do not need, who are whole, do not need a man to necessarily have to provide so they can make ends meet. These are two whole people, two grown people that they can be on them, be sufficient themselves, and they come together to unite. Now, I do want to say this because it seems as if there's some type of confusion about what what a man of good character is. A lot of people think high caliber is good character. High earning is good character. High value is good character. No. High value is a man who adds value to others around him, which means if you're in a relationship with him, if you're married to him, he's not bringing you down. He's not making you feel less than, making you feel unloved, making you feel ugly. This is a man who's building you up. So if there is some areas that you need to, in which you need to work, he's going to help you get there through support, through love. He's not going to belittle you and say what you're not good at, and then you just have to fend for yourself to make it work, or go outside of your racial group to make it work. No. There's so many men right now that are tearing women down, making them feel that their appearance is the only thing that can give them immediate value. And then from there, then someone can look to see if they have any other valuable qualities. This is immature. And women do the same thing. They're looking at a man to see what money they have, and their money represents the value that that man has. And then from there, they'll look into, or sometimes they just stop there, and then they'll look to see if they had any value, any other, anywhere else, like personality. This needs to be cleared up. Sorry, I had a phone call come in. You need to make sure that the person that you're with, if you're a man, make sure the woman is not toxic. Make sure she is not unhealthy, bringing you down, belittling you, disrespecting you. You should not be tolerant of certain behaviors. Tolerance and patience are two different things. Tolerant means something is negative, but you're dealing with it to the point that it no longer hurts you or bothers you. That's what tolerant is. Patience is giving time for people to grow and change and mature. But that means for you to be patient, they have to be doing their part. People have to do their part in relationship. A marriage cannot work off of love. A marriage cannot work off of just me being submissive, and that's it. A marriage cannot work off of him just showering me with gifts. A marriage cannot work just because we have roles. I want to tell you a story really quick. So, I don't even know if it was just gender roles with me, but it bothered me when my husband would forget to take out the trash. And when I say take out the trash, I mean like pull it around front of the house. So that would be something he would need to do. You know, he didn't want to do it the night before. He didn't, and I didn't like, he would get up before me, so he would be up before me. But the problem was the trash man would always come, and he'd never pull the trash around front, which means our trash always overflowed, and we'd have so much trash to put out front the next trash day that it would not always be in the trash can, and they would not take any trash that wasn't in the trash can. So we'd always have an overflow of trash. And then if it's left outside the bin, because we only had one bin, it would just cause chaos. Well, that bothered me so much. It lasted for years. And I was kind of so irritated in my feelings about it. And God was like, hey, worry about yourself. Worry about the things that you can do to be a better wife instead of worrying about this whole trash situation. And so I did. When I got to the point where I held myself accountable for the things that I could be doing better as a wife, instead of focusing only on my husband's flaws, then if he is a man of good character, which he is, he's going to make the change to want to do better, because he really doesn't want to see me hurt. He really wants to see the best for me. So when he realizes, oh, wow, she's doing this, I need to make the change. As I mentioned in another video, there's two types of people. There's people that when they see change happening, they're either going to make that change because it's going to make them feel good and they want to grow as well, or they're going to try to pull that person down, back down, and say, hey, what you trying to do? Why are you trying to change? You're changing on me. You're the problem. You're making the change, and they make you feel bad about this change that you're having. Instead of seeing it as a point of growth, instead of, now you think you're all that, or now you're leveling up and blah, blah, blah. But what's wrong with leveling up? As long as you're not belittling people on your way up, stepping on people on your way up, there's nothing wrong with wanting to change and be better. Whether it's changing your self-care game, changing your clothing game, changing your attitude, changing your mindset, how you view situations. And there are going to be people that tell you because of your past, you have no opportunity. There's no hope for you. There's no opportunity for you to grow. You can't change. You can't close your lids now. It's too late for you. No, do not let people tell you that. Do not let people bring you down. People who want to see the best for you are going to help and support you and say, hey, however, if you do want to make these changes, if you want to glow up or grow up or level up or mature up, all those things, these are some things that you may need to do on your journey. They're not going to kick you off your journey. So when you're married is hard work. It's tough. And it takes people of good character to say, hey, I've messed up. I'm going to do better. I have hurt this person. I'm going to do better. I need to be a better leader. I need to be a better provider, a better lover. They're going to care for your needs as well, because a person of good character is selfless, not selfish. A person of good character is loving, not a destroyer of your soul, a destroyer physically or mentally, or they're not going to be doing that gaslighting and all of those things, or manipulation, making you feel bad. They're not going to be doing those things. They're not going to be bashing you. A person of good character is going to be gentle. They're not going to purposely be harsh and rough and know that they're harsh and rough. A person of good character is not going to disrespect you, at least on purpose. And if they have, they're going to make changes immediately in how they do it. Not as long as you're nice to me, as long as you're good to me, then you get this level of respect. No, they're going to treat everyone with the same respect that they want. Why? Because that's the golden rule, right? Treat people the way you want to be treated. And people say, oh no, treat people the way they want to be treated. No one wants to be treated like trash, okay? No one. And because if that's the case, and you say, well, they want to be treated like that because this is listen how they act, or listen to the things they do. No one wants to be mistreated. No one. No one wants to be belittled. No one wants to be disrespected. If you don't want it, don't do it to them. People like to say, oh, well, this person is doing this because they're trying to make you feel guilty when they are doing this, and they want you to do this, when you in actuality see people doing the very same thing, mistreating you, talking to you like you are gum on the bottom of their shoe. And sometimes people are married and God didn't intend for that. So sometimes you may have to get a divorce to leave certain people, because that was not something God created. This union is not what God wanted. It's not sane on your life. It's not keeping you sane. It's causing depression. It's causing postpartum depression. It's causing a lack of self-worth. I have so many people that are using my self-love thing survey, and there are people that do not feel like they are worthy to be loved. But I'm here to say, if people cannot, no more tolerating things. We can be patient, but patient comes with the other person doing their best to be better. So if someone said, hey, do not be late for work, and they were late for work, the next day they're going to try to show up on time. They used to be 15 minutes late. Now they're 1 minute late. And now, they're 2 minutes late. And then now they're getting, better. Like you start seeing now, they're starting to show up on time, and now there's progress. But for a person to say, well, I used to be 15 minutes late, now I'm 12 minutes late, now I'm 10 minutes late, like that's not real progress. No, because basically you're justifying, hey, you're getting something better than what you had before, but it's still just as bad. I'm not going to do what you asked for me to do. So when people are not making progress, then that patience, you can go ahead and put an end to it. See, you're patient with people who want change, who you just got to give them time. But once that time has been given, that's it. Men do not, a woman will stay with a man if he cheats, when he belittles her, when he mistreats her in any way, physical, emotionally, mentally. But the minute a woman disrespects a man, the minute a woman cheats on a man, that's it. He has no patience. He does not tolerate that. You as women need to be the same way. Do not tolerate BS. Do not tolerate it. Men, do not tolerate this from women. Sometimes men are more tolerant to women who are pretty. Do not tolerate it. Period. I think that we need to get to the point that we understand that relationships in general, marriage in general, does not run off of love. It runs off of two people of good character, and that good character requires a good mindset. So when you have a positive mindset, when you have a mindset of being the person that you were designed to be, that God has created you to be, you are the person who shows love, support, gentleness, kindness, self-control, patience, all of those things. A person who's going to be respectful, caring, a person who's going to do all of those things, selflessness, who wants peace, both ways. Someone who's not going to misuse their leadership power to hover over and oppress people and to make people feel weak and disempower people. When you do things like this, that's not a good character. When you're using your intelligence and your knowledge to make people feel weak and small like this. But when you're using those fruits of the spirit, when you do have a positive mindset and you want love and peace and gentleness, self-control, when you have joy, all of these things, when you're doing this, and these two people with this beautiful mindset, this wonderful confidence, not this insecurity, but when you have people who are not into all of these gender wars, I'm the man, I'm the woman, and you need to do this if you're the man, and you need to do this if you're the woman. But if you come together with a true partnership, with a whole mindset, healthy, then marriage can work. Marriage can work, because a person of good character is going to have that ambition. A person of good character is going to elevate you. They're going to aspire for greatness, and they're going to want to inspire you. They're going to be dedicated to you. You don't have to worry about them cheating, because they're going to have self-control, that fruit of the spirit. And then once that love comes in, there's in love, which is a different level. Because when people are in love with you, it's hit a whole new level. So I wanted to help people understand marriage is serious. Relationships, if you're vetting for marriage, if you're in a relationship, this is serious. Stop wasting your time and your life with the woman who only wants you for your money, or only wants you for what you have in between your legs. Stop wanting a woman who only wants you to provide, and they want to offer nothing else. They want to provide nothing else. If you are a woman, stop getting a man who's taking advantage of you, who's sucking all of your energy and offer none back to you. This is how you know when people truly care and love for you. Do a course do a test called the 5 love languages. Find out what your love languages are. If that person only wants to love you the way they want to instead of the way you want to be loved, now this is when that comes in. Love people the way they want to. Now you treat people how you want to be treated, but love them in the language in which they want to be loved. So, for example, and this can be for children, anything, but so for example, my husband's love language is words of affirmation, and quality time. If I'm always going out on a girls' trip or always going out with my friends or always hanging out and my self-care gets in the way of me having quality time with him, I'm not meeting his love language. If I'm always saying things that emasculates him, embarrasses him, makes him feel bad, um, makes him feel like he's not a good provider or a good husband or a good father to our children, I'm not meeting his love language. I'm not saying that there may things that you guys may need to talk about and work on, that may, that you may have to say that may be unpleasant at times. I'm saying your general synopsis of you showing your love to him is not filling that love tank with what he asked for. And not confusing aggressiveness with assertiveness. Assertive can be you're doing everything with tact. Aggressive is pushy, it's rude, it's disrespectful. That's not the same as assertiveness. If you are a man and your woman wants hers is quality time or hers is acts of service, then or hers is physical touch, you may not want to do PDA, public display of affection, but if that's her love language, hugs is what she wants. A nice, being affectionate, a kiss on the cheek, those things are things that she wants. So giving her gifts is not going to help that. It's not going to make her feel loved. You can give her all this jewelry, all of these things, but if gifts is not her love language, you're not speaking love to her. Quality time is what that is. Acts of service, which is doing things for her. So that's all I have to say here. But a person who really shows love, they're going to show it through those that particular love language that person have. People of good character, when they come together whole and healthy, that's what helps make relationships work. That's what makes marriages work. Not just love. You can love people and they can do. People love people all the time. Parents love children and still not giving them the love language they want. Still not, giving them what that child needs to feel loved. They're not maybe respecting the child's wishes. They're pushing off what they want for that child. So that dynamic, that relationship won't work. So relationships can't just run off of just love. There's maintenance that needs to be done. There's other services. If you have a car, there's, depending on the car you have a service A and a service B. They require 2 different things. So you just putting gas in that car, it can't just run off of gas. There's other things that keeps that car going. You got to get the brakes going. Got to make sure the motor mounts are still good. The rotors. There's a lot of other maintenance that come into play. It's not just love. It's not just being submissive alone. It's not just, it's a conglomerate of things. It's all of those things that come together. And in order to do all those things, it requires people of good character. You can't have savages making love, making marriage works, making relationship works. It's 2 people coming together, whole, healthy, with a positive, a good mindset, of good character, coming together, and this relationship will work when you have that. Being tolerant is not a good thing. Being patient is a good thing. So that's all I wanted to say, because right now we need to break chains. We need to break break some of these chains that are going on around here, some of the things that people are listening to, and some of the things that men are saying, some of the things that women are saying, and all of this bashing. It needs to go. If you are a wife right now, you need to start praying. If you don't have that gift of discernment, ask for it, because there's so much going on that it requires discernment. There's so much going on in this world that it requires prayer. It requires you to truly vet for a good amount of time. Like, keep it going without any intercourse. Keep it going, because you don't know people these days. There's so many predators out there. Predators, both men and women. And they will eat you alive. And I watch, when you watch Criminal Minds, you have these people who are doing things, and basically their anger is like a surrogate. Like whoever that that they are, whoever they are killing or doing whatever they're doing, they're using that person as a surrogate for the actual anger they have. So they have misdirected anger. They're mad. They're angry at this person right here. But because they haven't mustered up the energy to get to this person, they get everybody else that reminds them of this person. And this is what men are doing these days. And this is what women are doing these days. They're mad at every other man or every other woman that reminds them of this person. So they're spitting out their venom on all of these people, instead of, they have misdirected anger. And they need to turn their anger to this person and resolve their conflict with this person. Whoever they're upset with, they need to fix it with this person. Whether it's father, mother that did something to them, whether it's a friend, whether it's their first relationship, this first person, they need to heal. And so many people that are not healed, instead of getting to this person, they're all over here attacking everyone else, but dealing with the issue at hand. So it's not women that just have daddy issues and old boyfriend issues. It's men that are angry, that are upset, that are not getting the women that they want, that they can't have, and they're just angry, and they're spitting that venom out. There's women that are mad they can't get this man when they're not even on that level. They're way down here. And they're mad that they can't get what celebrities have or what these people have. So they now they are telling you it's a race issue. It's not. It's a character issue. Because men of all races are the same. Women of all races generally have the same type of mindset. Of course, you have more people who are more in a modern level of mindsets, but women generally operate the same, no matter what race. Because if that wasn't the case, then you wouldn't have all these women looking for, trying to find love and trying to hypergamy, and there's women all over trying to get the same type of message. They're just getting it in different ways. How to get with this group and this group to get to this man that they want. Men are listening to other men, how to do this, how to get this strategy and that strategy, and how to control this woman or get with this woman, what race of this woman, what race of that woman. The issue is character. Birds of the same feather flock together. So the women that typically are like this and this, they're going to be together. They're going to think the same way. Then you have some women that think like this. And then you have some women that think like this. And you have some men that think like this. And all these groups of men that think alike, they're looking at these same groups of women that they want, or this same group caliber of women they want. And typically, these people may have the same mindset. That's what they fail to realize. Certain groups of women are going to have the same mindset. And if all you look at the outer appearance, you're going to fall in the same trap over and over. That's how women get in the same relationships, because they're looking at the same type of men, which means they generally have the same mindset. And they're wondering why. So yes, you need to cast your net wide, but it has nothing to do with race. You need to cast your net wide for men with a certain character. But you're looking for this one thing, and this one thing is linked to a certain type of character. You You're looking at the man that all his looks is all about this. And sometimes that same man has that attitude of selfishness, getting what's theirs, and they don't care about your needs or your wants. Then you have this group of men and they have this look, and it's about entitlement. They think that they are the prize. When you're married, you both are the prize. How is it that one person is the prize? So what are you saying? If the man is the prize, the woman is no prize to that man? He didn't get a good thing? Shame on him. It should be both. With all the women that these men are talking about in the world, if he got with a woman that is not like the modern woman, then he got a prize. And if she got a man that is a great character, a great man, a great person, a great personality, loving, kind, then she got a prize. I'm telling you, I have a prize, and I know my husband has a prize. You're both the prize. You should be. If only one person is the prize, that marriage cannot work. Because one person got a good thing out of the deal while the other person did not. You both should be winners. You both should be awesome and great. I said I was done, so I'm done now. That's all I wanted to say. So this is not my rant or anything. I think there's some people that need to hear this. I really do. All right, I'm out.